The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Power Trading Hour with your host, David White. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, David White.
And welcome all to another excellent edition of the Power Trading Hour as we go into a well-deserved weekend where the weather is, as I describe it, Chamber of Commerce, actually even a little cooler. 10 degrees average cool. Or today, it was actually nice to go out, walk the dogs at 6:30, and have just a little bit of a chill, even in April down here in Florida, because it's going to get hot as the sun soon enough. And of course, we get about 8 perfect months of weather down here, and about 2 that are hot, and about 2 that are cold. But I do digress. But man, if you're down here, it is God's country today. And of course, I'm looking forward to a very, very nice weekend. If you love aviation, Florida, it's hard to beat it. Got the big Sun and Fun. If you've ever heard of the giant Oshkosh, this is kind of like about, 3/4 of it, maybe half of it, although it gets bigger every year. But I'll be out there Sunday. I got a couple of people that I know from the Tigers orbit. We're going to meet up over there and watch a bunch of stuff. Actually, I'm going to be out there Saturday night for the Balloon Fest, if the weather's okay, and then go look around for a new plane. I need at least a couple of them. My 787's getting a few miles on it. It's time to get something maybe a little bit more economical, like, I don't know, maybe a Citation. They got a new one of that. And I really love the TBM 960s. Oh, those are some sweet planes out there now. Anyway, yeah, that's true. Got to be, everybody's after us for burning gas. They don't like it, but it's a sound of freedom. And, the Thunderbirds down there too. So if you live anywhere in the area, just know that a mere hour's drive out to Lakeland from Tampa or Orlando, and you've got a Class A show for an air show, plus just about everything if you're into flying that you could ever dream of, just about just one tick down from going to Oshkosh, but you know what? Just a whole about half the trouble. It's just much better. I think Florida's just so much better for, of course, having tourists and vacationers and stuff like that. So very set up well where you can be either on the east side of Tampa or on the west side of Orlando and get places to stay. 877-927-6648. And as always, it doesn't matter where you're at today, as long as you're here at the appointed time.
The following takes place between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m.
And what do we have? Well, it's all about a market that's up on zero volume. It couldn't really go through the bottom, although I'm not exactly sure that there were a lot of buyers down there. We continue to have massively historically low shorts. And this goes back to a couple of days after the 2016 election night, where we had a lot of people short on the wrong side. We were down, I think, into the puts were in the 15% for the out of the monies. And we're within a tick of that right now. So we'll look and see that, but it's not like everybody's expecting a whole lot of higher prices, but literally I'm going to say 1 in 20 people are a bear with actual money in puts right now. The rest of the market doesn't seem any different. One of the reasons I think we could see so much more downside is the Robinhooders. They're not doing so well today if they're actually in Robinhood itself. Let's see what that is doing. They weren't earlier anyway. Off 6%. Just a flesh wound. Anyway, things are starting to look a little weak around a little, what do they say? Blue around the gills? I think that's what it said, the saying is. But I see weakness everywhere. We continue to push higher into resistance. That's about 45.10 on the S&P cash. The NASDAQ continues to kind of back and fill here, but I don't think there's a lot out there. Just after lunch, I ended up buying some puts for today, thinking we sell off into the weekend. I think that's still going on. Microsoft is what I picked today. I think it closes at 297.50. So we have a little bit of that going on. Apple looks like it's going to try to park itself at 170 for the close today. But a lot of the other big tech names, like NVIDIA and some of these others, NVIDIA looks like it's going to lose probably another couple of bucks before the end of the day. I'm thinking 320 when I look at options there. 877-927-6648. Also, you can reach me at Path at TNF. And we've got the first one here. Thanks for the update. Took my 73% gain today from Tom. Well, having a good day today. Okay, we got that. Light this candle. Anyway, we're going into, or did go higher today on the weakest of volume. And to tell you the truth, at 1 o'clock, we were having problems getting through 6 billion shares. We're only at about 6.4 billion shares. So this whole run up today is on about half the volume that we came down on, which is not good. And we're going into a shortened 4-day week. If you're bullish, you would love the market to sell off on light volume all next week. I do not think that is what you're going to get, though. I think we are in distribution. And, if you're signaling retreat, you can turn and run, and then everybody gets shot in the back. This is a well-organized let the air out of the balloon by the Fed. They keep coming back, trying to be two-faced on a lot of stuff. But there's one thing that you cannot ignore. It is the elephant in the room. It's the 800-pound gorilla. It is the TLT. Everybody keeps running and trying to find other places to make cash. In the end, it will be out of the frying pan and into the fire. And as we said earlier, even last week, the break below the 3x3 on this was probably taking us down to 122. We got to 124.42 today. I suspect we will see that 122, which is a longer-term move back. Yeah, we've already gone through the gap right there, but I think there's some back to that. Back in a minute.
Are you grinding in the market, but seeing little to no return? Or are you a successful trader, simply looking to make your job a little easier? Learn to take the path of least resistance with David White's powerful trading newsletter. David White is an accomplished trader whose deep understanding of technology and the markets allows him to consistently find and share winning trades. Support and resistance define the ranges in which stocks trade. By understanding these trading ranges, David White is able to find the path of least resistance. David White's trading newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, is delivered daily before the markets open to make every trading day an easy win. Visit TFNN.com today and subscribe to David White's Ultimate Trading Newsletter for $119 a month. And try all of our newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Take the path of least resistance at TFNN, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
And as we get back, question about DoorDash. I don't know exactly what they're looking at. You've got this kind of intraday pop that probably the gap up, gap down, it probably is going to be support somewhere around $98. So you're underneath the 3-day. You don't have a lot of volume today. So maybe this is one that you could buy at 98, but I'm going to say you want probably to wait till the first week in May. I suspect, although the indexes are not showing the reality of the game. I guess they are a little bit, but not near to the damage that's going on inside the market itself. But, if Apple can't hold 170, if Microsoft can't rally above 300 today, so many of these have already made some fairly decent signals that they've topped out. The only question is, when do you get into the real huge part of the destruction? These are the best stocks out here. You might get a little bit of movement next week, but if you get a little bit of up movement, what you're probably going to expect is a horrible last week or 2 weeks of the month after we get to expiration a week from today. 877-927-6648. Email me at path@tfnn.com. What's light this candle? As, of course, many out there are putting some lipstick on this pig.
Let's put some lipstick on this pig.
Okay. And if you don't know the reference to that, it's from a commercial from about 2000, I think from Ameritrade or one of the other ones. Maybe it was Daytech. I can't remember. They all had a lot of colorful ads back then. They don't do it because they got sued. So they're a little less aggressive, except now they got Robinhood, which was extremely aggressive in its advertising and may face the repercussions. Let's take a quick look at that, by the way, as we go through. Actually, could be worse. You got about half the volume is $10, and the only thing I can think of is that these guys all get together and start shorting the market, and going after some other stocks as they had in the past. But yeah, you need probably one more retest of that $9.93 low. You did it on about 16 million shares. This is probably just the second retest of that low. But I haven't been watching trading volumes, but they haven't been that good, as a lot of people have decided to go back and get gainful employment because a lot of the stocks that were in plummeted. And that's it. Question about what do I think of Twitter? And of course, been in the news all week long. You are actually just up against what would be the 3x3, so you're watching. And I'm not a fan of being long literally anything other than maybe gold. In fact, today we're starting to see that with crude pulling back a little bit, we had a huge build in oil wells open here in the United States, and that's probably going to keep a little bit off, but I'm ready for the next big leg up, which will probably start in a couple of weeks in crude. But in the meantime, you got to find something to hide in on the weekend, and certainly that is gold, up about 870, but even the gold miners seeing some love with the GDXJ up about 3%. Not a whole lot of moving. You need gold to get above 1650 and stay for a while, but it's awful close. Yeah, crude's up a little bit. Yeah, what can you say? Everything else is down. It's not bad. I'm just saying that the big move is probably the next big leg up is probably a couple weeks away as we get into driving season and everybody cusses at the pumps. I hear it. I hear your foul language. No using the brown word, by the way. I love that movie. Serial Mom, if you've ever seen it, you'll understand the brown word reference. But great movie. See what we have here. We've got some more emails. Okay. See what we have out here. Okay, no, I think we're going to slide into the close. The last 30 minutes may be brutal, but at least for my subscribers, because you never can get to anybody quick enough on something like this. I told them to get out of the Microsoft puts at $297.50. So we only have about 70 cents to go to rock the COS bar with another great white lightning options trade. These things are starting to work extremely well. I had kind of a hiatus for a while the Fed was monkeying with everything. Still did okay, but I think we're going back to the 2000s where it'll be almost like printing money by looking at options. And, of course, you can get my newsletter by going to the front page of TFNN and trying it out 30 days free. And, of course, also getting the TI if you're interested in tech, although I am betting on South on most of that stuff, too. So if you're thinking long, you're probably thinking wrong, at least in my world. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, a couple more here. Okay. Anyway, my thoughts on Twitter on the chart. You're right at support. As far as the political issues surrounding Twitter and its employees, I'd tell them to take a hike. What they've done didn't work. What they believe in is horrible. It wouldn't be beyond the scope of, if you look back to history, of IBM having a really tough time after the World War II, after siding with the Nazis. Same thing with Disney. A lot of people get into bed with folks, and you're going to get fleas. This is the first time the employees have decided that opposing free speech is something that they want to get behind. I don't know. I think those people probably will find themselves on the ash heap of history as we move forward. 877-927-6648. So I think probably the best thing that could have happened in a down market is Musk out there rallying the troops as half of America won't have anything to do with Twitter. Okay. See out here. Okay. Planeteer, what do I think? PLTR for Richard. Did I get it? When we come back, we'll talk about Planeteer. First blush, it wants to come back and test around $10. We'll be back.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
On this day in 1964, IBM launches the System 360 mainframe architecture, which comprised 6 compatible models complete with 40 peripherals. The line dubbed 360 because it addressed all types and sizes of customers, cost IBM over $5 billion to develop, and is widely considered one of the riskiest business gambles of all time. Again, had mud on their face from siding with the Nazis, thinking that they could play both sides of the field. I wonder how many corporations are going to try the same thing with Russia and China. Probably China is going to be a bigger deal going forward. Historically, I think Russia may have maybe a few years. China probably a much bigger problem going forward, and a lot of people selling their souls for a few shekels. But IBM risk everything on this. It's the third time since they became a corporation they've done so. And probably the lessons of history, they're on their fourth time. And their fourth time is all about quantum computing. They've lined up a lot of contracts with the government. Unclear whether anything actually works, although the Chinese have something that works, so I'm assuming we do too. What it actually is, what it does, of course, it's all going to be about breaking codes. And as I said before, they got a lot of smart folks there. They get the right hardware, and probably anything that has to do with cryptographic functions that are not quantum in themselves should be problematic. And one of our questions is on Planeteer. What do I think about Peter Thiel and, of course, all what he's been talking about? And see, what did I have out here? Yeah.
What's Bitcoin? It's a new online currency that's been developed. It's just like actual money, except you can't see it, hold it, or spend it on anything. You don't have to buy Bitcoin. You can mine it.
Mine it? Like mining gold?
Yeah, sort of. There's a limited amount, and we find it not by tunneling into the earth, but by using a computer to solve complex mathematical problems.
So let me get this straight. We have to write an elaborate program in order to find a fake coin that we can't spend on anything?
Yes.
That sounds fun.
Anyway, Peter Thiel out there calling Buffett a few choice words, mostly about his age. And after that, I think historically, Peter Thiel probably on the right side. Every time they've badmouthed something, either airlines or options or something else, the gang in Omaha has been actively going the other way behind. Remember the first time I heard William Buffett talk about how it was horrible and you shouldn't buy Coca-Cola, or you should buy Coca-Cola. Meanwhile, he'd been selling it for about 3 months when you finally got the quarterly report back, and I think it was about 1990 or 2000. He had darn near sold it all as he was out there hawking it on CNBC. So I'm not a big fan of listening to William Buffett, as I say regularly, and mostly in the den, but sometimes on the show, asking the big men for advice on Wall Street is kind of like asking your wife, ex-wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, divorce attorney boyfriend to handle your divorce for you. Probably not a smart idea. But, I think the whole market's pulling back. So I'm going to say that you're going to get one more attempt at this thing at $10, and then I would look at it fairly hard. But again, I think that there's a lot of belief that Peter Thiel, kind of on the right, the CEO extremely on the left, can pull together left and right in the government and get these big contracts. But if you are thinking about trading it, there's only one other stock really like it, and that is Booz Hamilton. Is it Booz? Booz Hamilton? How do you BAH? Okay. And for the same reason you never hear anything from these folks is the same reason that you hear nothing about Planeteer, and that is everything they have. If they told you about it, they'd have to kill you. But Booz Hamilton, actually, better looking at this chart, it's up here at the highs. Again, I'm not a fan of diving in on anything, though. But we shall see. 877-927-6648. We've got some more emails on the way. Make sure and email me at path@tfn.com. Okay. I just heard some beeps. So what's going on here in the market? Where's that at? Oh, hey, look at that. Well, I heard the beep when Microsoft went through 297. So I guess I better sell it here. The puts, that is. And I don't know what I'm going to spend my outrageous profits on for those today, but bought the 300s for today's expiration when it was just a hair under 301. So we've had a nice $4 movement going into options expiration. And I think most people should have gotten around 50 cents. But maybe some of my subscribers will tell me what they got if they decided to play it. But probably a pretty good thing. Apple, again, looks kind of like 170 is where they're trying to pin it. And again, probably the biggest option house in the world is from William Buffett. And he makes more money, I think, now actually playing options on a lot of the stocks he has than actually on the trades he has anyway. But I think if he actually had to tell the truth, he'd probably burst into flames. But he would also say that the big thing is just being in these stocks so he can make an ongoing profit every month. If you own the things, man, it's just the easiest thing to sell the options on the other side. So I do digress. Question about CCJ. It seems to be a little impervious to the move in crude. But again, I think it's fairly disconnected. We talked about this back when it was $10. And I actually got, I think, the first move off the lows of around $10. Didn't hang on to it long enough, but I certainly like it. China continues to start about one new nuclear reactor a month. And, since they're the only ones actively doing it, my guess is they could double the amount of reactors on the planet every couple of years. Okay, what else do we have out here? Question on AMD, the usual suspects as we go through them. Fidelity is too cautious on Microsoft puts for the day. All you can lose is your premium. I don't understand that at all. 877-927-6648.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
As we return, Sally wants to know about the IBB. There aren't many sectors, gold maybe, and crude that are probably on a buy list, but you got light volume. You're holding above the 3x3 in the IBB. The problem would be if this thing gaps down. Not going down is not the same as going up, and that is always problematic. To UNG. It depends on how long. Mimi wants to ask if you sell UNG out here. You got a higher high with lighter volume, so you're probably going to come back. I don't know where you're in this thing. If you've been long this thing for a while, let's say from $18, I'd need it to break the 3x3 on the way down, and you're way above it. And even today's pullback isn't much. I dislike that you have such light volume and made it a higher high. I don't know what your time horizon is. My guess is it's going to come back to 2150 over the next couple of days. You got a lot of what do I want to say? A lot of wells that came online in the United States this week, which is probably going to help out on this topping for a bit. This is awful long in the tooth, in my opinion. I don't know where you're in it. But let's say you got in at $18. I'd probably be ringing the register and waiting for probably mid-August again, when this seasonally this thing is strong. You got kind of lucky here with the war. It's extended. If that got better, Putin gets axed. All those things could probably drop UNG $4 on a day. I don't think there's a high probability of them, but there is a thing. So if you're sitting on some big wins on this, I don't see any problem with ringing the register here. If you're thinking that this thing's going to run all the way through the summer, not a big fan. I think this thing's probably going to pull back maybe to $18, $18.50 or something. And maybe you get back in it starting August again when it's seasonally strong. 877-927-6648. Okay. Okay. Just make sure I didn't have an. Okay. See anything else out here? Nope. Don't see anything else going on. Okay. Question subscriber. You think you're still staying short? Absolutely. And I will take targets of opportunity as we've seen today. I had a ton of option positions that I fired off, and they're all automated here. Yes, did take my cash on Microsoft. I had a sell for my puts when it went through 297. As I said, the bell went off. And in the newsletter, I said, don't ask me. If you can just assume I'm After a $4 move, you can assume I'm out on a option expiration for a Friday. I'm not going to sit around too long. What do I think the spies show? And yes, Mimi, I don't know if this is the same question, but I've gotten about 3 of them. I'd rather be waiting for the pullback on crude to buy than be long UNG. I think, like I said, maybe 1st of May, we probably see the next big move higher in crude if all things remain the same. And that's probably going to be a pretty big ABC on the way up if it develops. What do we look for spies on? Okay, where is it at? I know I've got it somewhere. Oh, well, thank you. Kelly in Las Vegas, how you doing? Are you there?
Yes.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi, David. Thanks for taking the call.
Okay.
I just wanted to see, where do you see the option, or what option traders see the SPY expiring next Friday?
Well, I'm bringing this up on the screen. Either you can see in YouTube or in the Tiger's Den, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay. What are the SPYs at right now here? SPY. Okay. Here's why I was so dead set of buying the puts today for today's expiration, and that is, hopefully everybody can see it. Let's zoom in just a little bit tighter. These, what they call in statistics, hockey sticks, at about 450 show you that's about as high as you should be, and that's where you're probably going to get the most. We're at 448.25 right now. You could get down to 443 without much of a problem. The problem, though, is if we do head down into next week, when options weeks are not positive, they are about 3 times to the downside what a average week to the upside is during expiration. So we're going into next week. It's going to be very light volume. If we get a lot of sellers, we don't have many shorts. I could say that you'll be on the south side of that at 442, 443-ish right now. So they're looking for a minimum of 50 points kind of lower on the S&P, but there's weakness all the way down to 440, and kind of what I'm looking at on that. So at the highest end, you kind of want to be shorting 450, and on the low end, you want to be covering and maybe buying if you see 440 for next week, just next week. But that's that'll change every day. You need to update your data, and the reason I saw your email that I didn't do it was that I wanted to update the data, and I just didn't have time to get it done during the break. I'm going to try to do that. In fact, I think I could start it now. Hang on just a second. I will, and I'll tell you on the other side. Any other questions?
Yeah, actually, I have one more question. I know you saw Microsoft today closing or getting close to 297.5. Excuse me. But I was looking at, I see the options expiring today. I see there are a lot of open interest at 300, and it seemed like 300 would have been more favorite number for the option traders to have it close at 300 versus 297.5. And I wanted to see, how did you get the 297.5?
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on. Have you ever received my article that I wrote in 2004?
No.
Okay. Email me at path@tfnn.com, but I wrote an article that kind of outlines why a lot of people are wrong in the way that they use max pain and that kind of stuff. But email me at path@tfnn.com, and I'll email that to you. That goes for anybody else interested in it. But been looking at this for almost 18 years now. So there's a lot to it. We'll be back in a minute.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Tom O'Brien, professional trader and educator, founder of TFNN. Also, a special guest on CNBC. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, next on TFNN.
And we're back. Kelly, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, you got a fairly nice move out here, much lower. Let's see. Now, I redid the options data just at the break, and I think this is 20 minutes old, so not too bad. Again, you got some nice hooks at about 440. And now you got a little hook starting at about 448. So that's kind of where they're saying the top and the bottom is. Generally, 30% of the time you're going to see the X's, maybe a little bit more. But generally what you want to see is them run it all the way down, and then maybe on the Thursday going into the weekend, something like that, you get a bounce a bit. But that's kind of it. Looking bearish for the week, certainly not looking a lot higher. Action today, very horrible with very light volume. So thanks for the call, Kelly. We'll see you all next week. Sell when you can, not when you have to. And we will return bright and shiny. Same bat channel, same bat time.